Hey Phantomaniacs and Jerichoholics, welcome to a big unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. What you are looking at is a shipping carton from Ringside Collectibles, who will always get you your wrestling figures before anybody else. What is inside this box is the very first AEW action figure. I'm going to take my trusty 1964 box cutter and slice this baby right open for the first time right here on YouTube. And we're going to take a look together at what Jazzwares has managed to put together to celebrate not just AEW, but one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. With this, Chris Jericho, a little bit of the Bubbly special edition action figure. As you can see, the little bit of the Bubbly champagne bottle is molded onto the front of this packaging, complete with a little foil top there with All Elite Wrestling AEW. The bubbles are actually textured. They're not just printed. They have a little texture in there with the nice gold bubbling effect on the front. And of course, right here he is, the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, which is what he will always be to me, Chris Jericho. Let's take a look at the side. Very nice. This is a plasticky material. It has a nice feel to it. I like the way that this box is constructed and how special it feels. And you can see right here, there's a number 9 on the side, Series 1. I don't know what the significance of that number 9 is. And then on the back, gorgeous embossed Jericho signature, Le Champion. More bubbles on the back. Nice shot of Jericho right there. And you can see Ringside exclusive. So not only did Ringside get it to you before anybody else, they're the only way that you can get this one. But this is the first of the AEW action figures that I have in hand. Ages 8 and up, because you don't want something representing a champagne bottle getting into the hands of a 7-year-old. It would be disastrous. All right, let's flip this over and take a look at how we're going to open it up. Once again, we will pull out the trusty 1964 box cutter and slide right through those pieces of tape, because here at Needless Things, we always like to open up our toys and check them out. You can't just leave them in the package. That's no good. And one last piece of tape on the bottom here. Set that to the side and see what we've got. All right, so this is just the sort of facade under the box. I like that there are 2 different pieces here that gives it a little bit more of a texture, I guess, to the front. And then this is just a sticker that was applied to the top of the bottle mold, but it looks very cool. I mean, this is, I love this texture here and this look of an actual foil wrapped champagne bottle top. And now for the big moment. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Slide that tray out. Set that off to the side up there. We've got the molded champagne bottle as an upper piece, and underneath that is the tray containing all of our goodies, containing Le Champion himself. Someone who is arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Chris Jericho. All right, now we've got a few little protective pieces of film here, keeping those arms safe and sound. Got the great little bit of the Bubbly shirt on. Got all of the tattoos. This is an interesting feel to this figure. Got the double jointed elbow. Really nice wrist articulation. Swivel, pivot, really good. That likeness is spot on. I think he looks fantastic. We'll scoot this out of the way so we can get a nice little zoom in on that face. Look at that smug SOB. You just want to punch him in the face, don't you? Or give him a hug. Tattoos look great. I really like the texture of, look at all the accurate tattoos. We've got the definitely not trademarked Jason Voorhees mask, just a hockey mask. His dad was a hockey player after all, right? Ted Irvine. The texture and the look of the skin on this figure is very interesting. It's a different look from Mattel's Elites. It's a different feel. It has a fleshier look and feel to it. I'm digging it. I think it's a cool, different thing that you're not going to appreciate completely until you have it in hand. Let's take a look at the tights. We've got very, very similar to Mattel Elite Articulation, which I think was a good decision. On the side, we've got the sort of zipper-looking deco, the tears. I like these because, honestly, these tights, while they are specific to Jericho's time in AEW, they also are just kind of Jericho-looking tights. It's a solid look, and I really like it. I've got very soft rubber knee pads that are going to work with the articulation fairly well. Got a double-jointed knee right there. You can slide that knee pad up a little bit, get that bottom joint a little bend. So nice bend there. And, of course, those unique... the boot look that Jericho has had with the sort of untied combat boot look, the open top looks great. The laces have a good amount of detail on them. Just really, really good looking figure. I'm very impressed with this. In the back, it's got his hair tied back. I prefer long hair Jericho, I gotta say. Now let's see. The shirt also has a really nice feel to it. This feels like a higher quality item than what Mattel has been doing. Just the fineness of the weave, I guess you'd say, and just the texture of it is very nice, and that printing, again, just is spot on great. It just looks like a tiny t-shirt. It doesn't look like a weird soft goods accessory. I've got that Velcro in the back. So pop that right off and take a look at the articulation on this guy. This is interesting. So the torso, oh, look at that. Now, you know, I love a good rocker joint at the waist. And that is what Le Champion has right here. No cut joint. Great rocker joint. Fantastic torso articulation. I'm not going to lie. We've all seen Jericho in AEW, and this figure could have used a little more torso, if you know what I'm saying. The only thing I don't love is that the arms and the lower torso have sort of the same feel and look to them, and this upper torso looks and feels like a little bit of a harder plastic. It's not terrible by any means. As a matter of fact, it's barely even a complaint. It's just something that I'm sort of noticing is that across this, and these, there really are three different sort of glosses and textures. And I would like it if Jazzwares could nail those down a little bit better. But visually, he looks great. And I can't say a single bad thing really about the figure. It's a phenomenal figure. And for Jazzwares' very first wrestling figure, my gosh, I mean, it's incredible. But there's more to this special set than just that incredible Chris Jericho figure. There is also a folding table done in the classic break down the middle style that wrestling tables have been made in since Jakks Pacific started making them in the late 90s, I guess, or early 2000s even. I'm not sure who made the first breaking folding table, but it looks great. It's a nice table. Very happy with it. And poor old Le Champion, boom, can go right through it there. That's great. Well done. It's sturdy. The legs look good. They're attached in a solid manner. So, very nice accessory there. And then one of the highlights, I would say, of this set, the actual AEW Championship, which I think is a gorgeous belt. It's huge, it's gold, it's big. I love the way the plates are done on the side, and you can see the paint detail on the plates on the front. Just a really nice looking title. And that is going to clip right around his waist, which, again, I do wish was a little bit bigger. Just to reflect reality. I personally am a fan of Hefty Jericho. I wish that they had captured that a little better. But still, look at that guy. Look at that happy guy with his beautiful championship. And then we've got just a ton of other accessories sitting in here. We've got the fully loaded snack tray, complete with, oh, can we get the guacamole out here? Complete with dip. It sits right in the middle. Look at that interactivity between accessories. Gorgeous. Got a couple of yellow solo cups. Great accessories to have for your 1/12 scale collection. And look at the paint on these. Like, they're not just yellow molded plastic. They're white. Got the trademark white lip that we all know from these kinds of cups. And then the yellow plastic. Darn it, camera. And the yellow plastic right there. Just look absolutely wonderful. 2 bottles of the Bubbly, along with a bucket. Oh, now this is, again, another step above. Look at that molded ice in the bucket. This could have just been an empty bucket with nothing in it. But you've got molded ice in there. So you take your bottles of the Bubbly, complete with labels, and slot them right into those holes. And look, they've even gone so far as to have one that's been opened and one that's still closed up. That is beautiful. What a fantastic attention to detail on these accessories. I'm really blown away by this set. And then finally, it would be a sin to release a Chris Jericho figure, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, if not the greatest, one of the greatest talkers of all time, without a microphone. And it is even AEW official microphone. Got that logo on all 4 sides. I gotta say, you guys, this set is an absolute delight. I could not be happier with what Jazzwares has put together here. I'm really blown away. I was not a huge fan of AEW at first, but over the past few months, I have become a fan, and I'm so glad that I decided I had to have this Jericho figure just as a symbol of his career and his greatness and everything that he's accomplished in the world of professional wrestling. So I think you owe it to yourself if you're a Jericho fan, regardless of how you feel about AEW, which, by the way, give it a chance if you haven't lately. But go order yourself this absolutely incredible figure with these wonderful accessories. You guys, whoa, there they go. Excellent job, Jazzwares. I am completely blown away. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the stuff that Le Champion would expect of you.